The National Broadcasting Company presents Burr Tillstrom, creator of Kukla, Ollie, and all the Kuklapolitan players, with Fran Allison in Kukla, Fran and Ollie.
Then I looked at the one about the picnic, too.
Yes, that was a funny one. I remember that. That's when we went out in the country and Cecil Bill fell in the water.
Mm-hmm. Then I saw remember we sang Lemonade? The Lemonade?
Yes, yeah, that was a lovely show.
And, there were quite a few.
Well, do we have films for all the way back?
No, because remember the first year when we were on the air, we were, it was just a local show, you know, and they didn't have the cameras to take the film at the time.
You mean the kinescope recording?
That's right. They didn't do that in those days. Well, they may have done it, but they didn't do it here anyway, I know, in Chicago, because they didn't have the equipment.
Yeah. I'd like to see some of those old films. Oh, the days of yore.
That's true.
Did you tell Fran?
No, she couldn't see him. Franny?
Yes?
We're looking at some old films last night.
Oh, did you have fun?
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Kind of nostalgic.
Mm-hmm.
Come on over.
Thought maybe you were just having a secret confab.
No.
Didn't want to interrupt.
Visiting, talking.
Mm-hmm.
After all, we three, we have to stick together.
Well, I hope we will.
Yes, sir. Sometimes I wish we could recapture those old days.
How do you mean? I remember sometimes when the camera would go off and the lights would be so hot that you couldn't stand it.
I should say.
I remember a couple times we had to rush just before the show and put the camera together so that it would work.
Mm-hmm.
Have things changed?
Oh, yes, they have
Oh, I
things.
just wondered. I haven't paid much attention to the technical part of it anymore.
You really haven't lately, have you? Well, you've been so busy doing so many other things. You've widened your outlook on many things.
Remember when we first met?
Mm-hmm.
That was wonderful. I can't believe it. Just think, in 2 weeks, we'll go on our vacation, and we will have wound up our 5th year, 5th season.
It's a long time.
This is a long time. I'm gray.
Oh,
I
you're
think
not.
I am. Oh, when I started out, I was a warm chestnut.
I know.
Now I'm gray.
Well,
That's life.
I should say.
That's life on television.
I think you've become more distinguished looking.
Do you?
I do really think that.
What about me?
Well, you just...
Have I changed?
Well, not really, except just I know more about you than I did a long time ago.
I know, I was thinking, wouldn't it be fun if we could kind of relive those old days? You know, of course, I love knowing you both just as good old friends, but on the other hand, there was a spark. I remember when you first came into our lives. Or when we first came into your life. I don't even know which way, I guess.
Yeah. Either way works.
I remember, and it was so wonderful. I wish we could kind of relive that, but I suppose that's...
I don't know whether I'd really want to do that. I believe would rather think about it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not
Of
practical.
course, you couldn't go back and relive it, but you can
No,
go back and think of it many times.
You'd never get anywhere.
No.
And we all grow. You can't go back and do what you did before and do it the same way. Things look different after a few years. I know sometimes I go back to Dragon Retreat and I think, gee whiz, that lovely pear tree or that great wonderful hill. I remember there was a hill there, a beautiful hill in the back of the house, and I used to think what a great, huge, high hill it was to climb. And now when I go back, why, it's just a little bump in the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Did it get smaller?
No, I got bigger.
Well, that's true.
And I remember the interurban back home, how it used to be a big thing to ride up to Waterloo on the interurban. I did it now a couple of years ago and nearly broke my back. Horrible.
I wish, though, just the same, we could pretend. Couldn't we pretend that, say we hadn't met you yet, and say that you just, we came into the neighborhood and we were kind of lonesome, and then you just moved in and you were kind of lonesome, and then we meet. Let's just pretend it's like that.
Are you going to live here?
I'll live here,
Okay.
and you could live next door.
Fine.
But not yet. You just move in.
Well, that'd be fun. Where shall I be?
Well, you will be out at the store. shopping, and I'll be here. We have a little bachelor's apartment here, you see, and we're kind of lonesome because there aren't any girls in the building. I don't mind house cleaning, but I don't know. I don't think it's a man's job. Besides, I keep thinking of how nice it would be to have a girl around the house. How clear it is tonight. There's a star. Friendly star, where can you be hiding? Smile for me from out of the lonely night. Friendly star, my fate needs deciding. How I need the glow of your guiding light. I know that you are near, for I am strangely dreamy. And so if you can see me from afar, won't you kindly light my way, lead me to my lover, just point her out and whisper, there you are, there you are. Then my love, you will be standing here close to me. In your eyes I will see my friendly star.
Cook, guess what?
Did you get the groceries?
Yeah, there's a girl moving in next door.
Next door?
Yeah, right next door. Here she comes now.
Oh, wait!
Oh, this is a lovely neighborhood. It's a little lonesome. Haven't met anyone yet. But there's the Hanson's boy that lives in the next apartment. The moment I saw him smile, I knew he was just my style. My only regret is we haven't met, though I dream of him all the while. But he doesn't know I exist, no matter how I may persist. So it's clear to me there's no hope for me, though I live at 5135 Kensington Avenue.
And I live at 5133.
How can I ignore the boy next door? I love him more than I can say. Doesn't try to please me, doesn't even tease me, and he never sees me glance his way. And though I'm heart sore, the boy next door affection for me won't display. adore him. So I can't ignore him. The boy next door. Pardon me,
Excuse me,
I often sing to myself, but I
I
didn't really know anyone was around.
We didn't mean to eavesdrop her.
Oh, not at all.
But you see, perhaps you only saw one of us at the window, but you see, we two fellas live here together, and
Oh, well, how nice.
so I guess you're going to have to make up your mind which boy next door that you like.
Well, sure it would be a pretty difficult thing with two such handsome fellows. Probably.
We're not so good looking, we're just distinguished.
Well, I certainly think you're wonderful.
Oh, we think you're pretty.
My name is Dragon, Oliver J., but you may call me Ollie.
Well, how do you do, Ollie? My name is Allison, but you may call me Fran.
Fran Allison?
Yes.
That's a lovely name.
Introduce me.
Oh, this is my friend, Kukla.
How do you do?
How do you do, Miss Allison?
You may call me Fran, too.
Can I call you Fran,
Please
too?
do.
Well, you just moved in.
Yes, I'm new here.
We've been here for a while, and I just got some groceries, and we're going to have spaghetti tonight.
Oh, I love spaghetti.
I cook garlic bread, and my friend Kukla here makes the sauce. And,
Well, that's wonderful. I make a pretty mean salad, too.
You do? Would you like to join us tonight?
I would love to.
And you know something? We might even have ice cream for dessert.
Really?
Oh, I could tell you a lot if you were my girl. Though astronomers say it's an awful long way from here to the moon, I would go there on my honeymoon if you were my girl. Far away from the crowd, we could live on a cloud, a castle in air. It would be a storybook affair if you were my girl. Now, if you'd like some ice cream from the Milky Way, I would shinny up a moonbeam, bring you a rainbow parfait, just sailing along on the wings of a song. With you by my side, life would be a roller coaster ride if you were my girl.
Pretty nice.
Well, you know, it's, you can't exactly relive those moments, but for just a second, I felt as if I was just meeting you for the first time.
Really?
And, you know, somehow it just seems like every day when you come in and say hello to us and we talk, it just seems like, it seems kind of like the first time.
Well, when you like one another, each day is wonderful. It's a whole day to learn new things about the person you like.
Cutie, you know something? I'll never get tired of seeing you come in and say hello to us.
Oh, tell me more.
I will. Have you got time?
I don't think too much.
Oh,
Well, we don't want the whole world to
well, I
hear
can come back
anyway.
tomorrow.
That's all right. We can do something right after the show.
Great.
Oh, well, you can tell that we're a happy trio.
I'm Kukla.
And Fran?
I'm Ollie.
The musical director of Kukla, Fran and Ollie is Jack Fascinato. The producer is Beulah Zachary. The director is Louis Gomavitz. The costume designer is Joseph Lockwood. And the technical director is John Nathalie.
And this is Burr Tillstrom. Kukla, will you introduce me to the girl next door?
Good. Kukla, Fran and Ollie was brought to you from Chicago by the National Broadcasting Company.